Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to another explainer where we take complex, sometimes totally bewildering information and break it all down so you can actually understand what's going on behind the scenes. And today? Well, today we are looking at a truly fascinating intersection. We're exploring the brain science behind wealth, or more specifically, the place where bold, high-energy wealth attraction marketing collides head-on with actual, peer-reviewed neurological research. The contrast here is honestly wild. Our source material today is a sales page for a product called the Money Wave. Now, if you spent any time on the internet, you have absolutely seen campaigns just like this. They use incredibly compelling language, they make massive promises, but uniquely, this one cites a long list of dense academic neuroscience papers to back it all up. So today, we aren't just looking at the flashy marketing pitch. We're going to unpack the exact scientific studies they linked to see what the brain science behind wealth actually says.
And this brings us right to the hook. 7. Specifically, the 7-second Tesla ritual. This is the core mechanism introduced right at the top of the product's page. The marketing claims that a PhD neuroscientist discovered a 7-second, quote, brain tap that you can do right from your very own couch. You don't need any special equipment, and it's allegedly so simple that even a child could use it. The narrative they're building here is incredibly strong. The creator claims that using this 10-second brain relaxer, or 7-second ritual, literally caused his wife's jaw to drop when he used it to buy their new dream home. It paints this picture of instant, effortless transformation, tapping directly into that universal desire we all have for financial freedom and security.
So what's the core proposition? It's fascinating, really. For a deeply discounted price of just $39, down from, presumably much more, you get instant access to a digital audio track. And the primary, bold-faced promise of this product is that it literally attracts money to you. It comes with a whole shebang, a 60-day money-back guarantee, quick start bonuses, and this sweeping narrative of immense financial success. As a piece of marketing, it's designed to be absolutely irresistible. It presents a massively high perceived value. We're talking a dream home, endless wealth, for a remarkably low barrier to entry of just $39. But right here is where we need to take a step back from the flashy sales copy and ask the critical question. What does the cited science actually say? Because at the very bottom of this exact same sales page, the creators have provided a list of 14 different scientific references. And these are mostly from PubMed, which is a highly respected database of biomedical literature. For anyone who loves digging into the facts, this is where things get really, really exciting. They're telling us exactly where they drew their inspiration from. So we're going to pivot away from the marketing promises for a second and look directly at the academic papers they provided as their absolute proof. Let's see what happens when we actually open up those links. Okay, spoiler alert. The crucial point here is that almost all of the primary academic papers cited by the product do not mention frequencies, they do not mention brainwaves summoning cash or instantaneous wealth attraction. Actually, scratch that. They don't mention wealth attraction at all. Instead, they focus heavily on this concept right here, socioeconomic status, or SES. Now, SES is a fundamental concept in sociology and economics. It's basically the social standing or class of an individual or group, and it's typically measured as a combination of education, income, and occupation. The scientists who wrote the papers cited by The Money Wave are dedicating their entire lives to studying how the socioeconomic environment you are born into actually shapes your biology. When we look closely at the actual focus of these PubMed studies, a very sobering, very real picture emerges. These researchers are looking at the structural impacts of poverty and wealth on the developing human brain. The studies focus on how family income and parental education correlate with brain structure in children. They're examining the neuroscience of socioeconomic inequality, looking at how maternal stress impacts infant screen exposure and cognitive development. They are literally measuring things like age-related cortical thickness, which is the physical structure of the brain itself and how it varies by socioeconomic status starting in the first 2 years of a child's life. This is incredibly important, highly rigorous science, but it's focused on systemic environmental impacts on childhood development, not on magic audio tracks that generate income. Just look at this contrast, it's really striking. On one side, we have a 7-second brain tap that attracts money. It's fast, it's magical, it implies a direct, foolproof line to financial gain. On the other side, we have the dense, nuanced reality of developing human biology, with titles like Neural Correlates of Socioeconomic Status in the Developing Human Brain. The academic paper is a complex, data-driven look at how long-term environmental factors, like growing up in poverty versus growing up in wealth, affect the physical development of a child's brain over years. The marketing basically takes this broad concept of the brain and wealth, but dramatically shifts the context from long-term developmental biology to instantaneous, actionable magic. Now, to be totally fair to the source material here, there is a second category of research cited on the page. Aside from the studies on socioeconomic status, the citations also reference specific neurological mechanisms, namely dopamine and neuroplasticity. If you aren't familiar, neuroplasticity is the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. It's how we learn, it's how we adapt to new situations, and how we recover from injuries. It's a very real, incredibly powerful function of the human brain. And the product's creators are using studies based on these exact mechanisms to try and bridge the gap between their audio track and the brain's ability to fundamentally change. But let's look at what those specific mechanism studies are actually testing, shall we? The sources cite a paper on how dopamine promotes plasticity during orienting movements, specifically how a brain learns to track head direction. They cite a study on neuroplasticity within brain networks, but that one is specifically based on mental training through intense long-term meditation. And they cite a study on how language exposure relates to structural neural connectivity in childhood. So what is the big takeaway here? Well, the science absolutely proves that the brain can change. Long-term practices like meditation or environmental factors like language exposure can and do alter neural pathways. But unfortunately, the cited literature totally forgot to mention anything about a 7-second audio track triggering a sudden cash windfall. So we have incredibly bold, flashy marketing on one end and dense, complex developmental neuroscience on the other. And this brings us to a really fascinating question. How does the fine print frame these scientific claims? Because as we know, every commercial website has a legal section, a terms of service, or a disclaimer footer. And it's in this legal context that we often find the most direct, unfiltered communication about what a product actually is, totally separated from the hype of the sales pitch. So let's see how the product's own legal disclaimers address this massive, glaring gap between the marketing and the science. Hidden right at the bottom of the page is a startling level of transparency. The product explicitly states in its disclaimer that it is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Okay, that's pretty standard stuff. But look at these next points. They state that while feedback originates from real users, the user experiences may be dramatized using digital avatars to protect consumer privacy. Furthermore, they note that some of these users have a personal connection to the creators. They also state that visuals and images may be dramatized or utilize actor portrayals to, quote, better illustrate key scientific findings. I mean, the sheer absurdity of using actors to illustrate real, peer-reviewed scientific findings perfectly emphasizes the contrast we've been building this whole time. The visual proof of success, the people you might see on the page, are openly acknowledged in the fine print as actors or digital avatars. And that leads us to the most striking piece of information in the entire source document. At the very bottom of the page, the reseller for this product, a company called Digistore24, includes this legally mandated statement regarding all those financial claims. These earnings are not representative for the average participants. The average participant will earn significantly less or no money at all through this product or service. Let that sink in. The crucial point here is that the system itself tells you the likely outcome. Despite the massive headlines about buying dream homes and magnetically attracting wealth, the explicitly stated reality is that the average person buying this $39 audio track will earn literally no money at all from it. Which leaves us with this final, incredibly provocative thought to chew on. When bold marketing meets complex neuroscience, what are we really buying? The source material we reviewed today shows us just how easily the rigorous, sobering science of socioeconomic inequality and childhood brain development can be repackaged to sell a dream of effortless wealth. The science cited is real, and it is profoundly important. It tells us that our environment deeply impacts our brains. But that science is being used to add a veneer of authority to an audio track that, by its own legal admission, is highly unlikely to make the average buyer any money. It's a total masterclass in how information is framed online. So, the next time you see a scientific study cited to sell a miracle, remember this explainer. Look at the fine print, check the actual studies, and always ask yourself, what is the science actually saying? Thanks so much for joining me to unpack this. I hope it gave you a totally new perspective on how to read between the lines.